Hi, welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am going to be working on Load. If you are not familiar with Load, that is Lay Out a Day. It is sponsored by scraphappy.org, and I volunteered to be one of the featured designers for Load 523. This load is frogs, pigs, and fuzzy bears. This is about the Muppets, and each load usually has a theme, and this month it is about the Muppets. And I was assigned day number 6. My topic is Oscar the Grouch. Your story prompt is scrapbook about something that makes you feel grouchy. Maybe a pet peeve. What do you do about it? Your technique prompt is use some metal or metallics on your page inspired by Oscar's trash can. So that is a really fun prompt to play with. I'm kind of excited that I got Oscar. He is one of my favorites. Absolutely one of my favorites. I always loved him as a kid. And I am going to be using these papers from the Memory Place. This is such beautiful paper, and it's going to be really hard for me to cut into it, but I'm just going to suck it up and do it. I pulled some embellishments because I don't have any embellishments from this company. I don't even know if they make them. Pulled some of these pearls from Buttons Galore More, some wood veneer, some chipboard flare, or actually these are puffy flares from Pink Fresh Studio, and some stickers from Pink Fresh Studio as well. I will be scrapbooking about coffee, and no, coffee doesn't make me grumpy. Coffee gets rid of the grumpy. So I will be scrapbooking about coffee today. So I'm gonna pause the video and I am going to speed this up and we're gonna get started. So off camera, I cut down the wood grain piece of patterned paper, scuffed up the edges. The bird piece on the left-hand side also came from the wood grain paper. It's just the B side or the A side, whichever way you look at it. And a second piece of patterned paper, I actually cut out the window and a couple of the floral pieces. You'll see me pull out that floral side in a minute and fussy cut another one of the flowers out of it. I also matted my photos with a piece of the blue patterned paper. So I really want to make sure that I show this cute little hedgehog with the chocolate and the coffee, because that's me. I love chocolate and coffee. Not necessarily chocolate in my coffee, but I do love chocolate. And this layout is featuring some photos that I took of me making some coffee with my French press for the very first time. Funny story, our electricity went out right after I got that French press, and yours truly used a saucepan and her grill to make her coffee that morning because it wasn't going out without coffee. No way. Anyway, so I'm pulling some of the stickers, the phrases mostly from this Pink Fresh Studios sticker sheet, the ones that pretty much pertain to coffee or like treating myself and instant mood booster moments like this. I adore having a quiet cup of coffee in the morning, and I typically make myself wait for my cup of coffee if it's a workout day. But either way, I love my cup of coffee and I love to have it in a nice quiet place. So far what you have seen me do is layer the photos on top of one another. I tucked that window behind the top photo. I added my journaling, which I had pre-printed off camera, and I've put out some photos. Now I'm going to fussy cut another floral bit so that I have a third floral piece to put in there. I could see sitting and fussy cutting that whole piece of paper, and I may do that eventually, but for now I'm just going to cut what I'm going to use, and I'm going to tuck it right about there, and you're going to see me make a humongous mistake with my glue. Luckily, quick dry is pretty wipeable at first, but I'm kind of, whoa, that stuck really fast. You know, quick dry, of course it does. And I'm just going to make sure that it's tucked up underneath there. Now, my title is partially created with a font from my Cameo and partially created with some gold thickers. My technique prompt was to use metallic or metal, and so I thought gold glittery letters worked perfectly for this layout. I am going to just lay everything out here. I'm not going to glue down my title just yet because you don't need to see me fussing with trying to get that title straighter than I did when I just placed it down. But this gives you the idea of where that title is going to end up on my page. So I got that title on there as straight as I'm going to get it. I'm real bad about using a ruler. And these little pearls from Buttons Galore and More, I'm going to use my quick dry glue to glue them down. Now I will verify that they are going to stay on that page, and if it looks like I'm going to have any trouble with them staying, I will add a glue dot underneath them, as well as maybe some Perfect Paper adhesive. Perfect Paper adhesive, if you put that stuff down once it dries, nothing's coming up. You cannot make a mistake when you're using Perfect Paper adhesive. But I'm just going to kind of put these in my little embellishment clusters. Now, I didn't go all out with my embellishments because the paper has enough color and embellishments printed on it that I just didn't feel like it needed a whole lot of embellishments. Plus, I'm going to go ahead and add some sprinkles. This is, I think it's called Antique Bronze by Distress Stain, and it is almost gone, so I'm really having a hard time getting it on my wand so that I can tap it off. I ended up getting a great big splatter right in the middle of where I put the plastic on my papers. I was very grateful that I actually covered my photos because sometimes I don't, so I was very grateful that I did this time because make a big mess. You'll see that just about there. I'm also going to add some white splatters with my Delusion White Linen Spray. This is my favorite white spray. It shows up very well on all colors of cardstock and pattern papers. It really distresses the look of the paper and kind of adds to your layout. So if you don't have this spray, I highly recommend it. I'm also going to use my Uncharted Mariner Distress Oxide spray. Love that one too. It looks really, really good with the colors in this layout, and that is about all. My layout is finished. I want to thank you for stopping by my channel today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, click that like button and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. If you have any questions or comments about my layout, post those below and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I look forward to seeing all the loadsters on scraphappy.org this month, and I hope that this prompt is as much fun for you as it was for me. You have a great day. Bye.